Hello, my name is Christine Madison, and I was born and raised in a small town in northern Wisconsin called Rice Lake. I lived in the same house my entire childhood, and my parents still live there today. Our house was located in the country, and we did not have many close neighbors. I spent most of my time playing with my sisters. We were by no means poor, but we continuously heard about how tight money was while we were growing up. My mom is a physical education teacher, and my dad is a carpenter. Both of my parents are very hardworking, and I know they had a large influence on my work habits and drive today. One of my greatest joys while growing up was raising and showing pigs at our county fair. Taking care of an animal was a big responsibility, but I learned a lot through the process. Showing pigs boosted my confidence because I was pretty successful at the project. In school, I always earned good grades, but learning did not come as natural for me as it did for my sisters. I had to work incredibly hard at school, and I remember spending hours upon hours doing homework in middle school and high school. There was always an underlying competition between my sisters and I. Not only did I spend a lot of time doing schoolwork, I was also very involved in other extracurricular activities. I was student council president, a member of National Honor Society, I played tennis for 4 years, was president of my 4-H club, and an active member in my church. Basically, I was your classic nerd. My parents had very high expectations for all of us girls. There was always pressure to try my best and be successful. They were very strict, but I always knew they loved me. My parents were very supportive, and they, along with my grandparents, were always at any event I participated in. My good grades and involvement were a lot of fun, but for me, they were also necessary for being admitted into college. I knew going to college was not an option. It was just a matter of choosing what college I would attend. I graduated from high school in 2008 and decided to attend the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse the fall after graduating. College was definitely the best years of my life thus far. I learned so much about myself and other people. The views I have today were largely impacted by my college experiences. Before going off to university, I never realized how many biases I had that were ingrained by my family and my small town I lived in. One of my biggest influences to becoming open-minded was a course I took called Understanding Human Differences. The instructor was incredible and really encouraged us to reflect on our values and challenged our thinking about diversity. I still think about things I learned in that class today. My role as a resident assistant my sophomore and junior years of college also largely impacted my ability to understand others and the places they come from. From the time I was a very young child, I knew I wanted to be an educator. My older sister and mother were both teachers, and it was something I wanted to do as well. The profession was appealing to me because I love working with children. I cannot think of a better way to help the world become a better place than to play a part in molding our future. So much of what I do in the classroom today stems from things I learned in the past. My courses in the early childhood program at UWL helped me to understand the importance of anti-biased curriculum. I try hard to be inclusive of all backgrounds, ethnicities, socioeconomic backgrounds, genders, religions, family structures, etc. I want my students to know that they are all unique individuals, and that is what makes each and every one of them special. I know my future experiences will continue to influence my beliefs. My life has so many exciting chapters that I am eager to begin. My fiancé and I are working on wedding plans and looking at buying a house. As I become more of a grown-up, I look to
Created using Powtoon.